Okay. Sorry. Okay, you guys. What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, we can.
sorry about that. Where were we? Um, hitting. You. So I asked everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw, and you all did it. Let me just do one for Garrett.
No, Garrett dies.
He's good. Might make one for
fine.
Keegan. Let's do one for Shrubby, just in case it matters. Shrubby. Okay, you're fine. So you don't find the best shelter, but you do kind of hunker down and get ready for it. And the wind kind of batters your backs, and you feel your hands freezing. The frostbite's just starting to kick in. But you're strong enough, and you get through. But you're still halfway up the mountain. All eyes switch to Stallo.
Do we get our spell slots back?
You do. Yep, you do get a long rest.
Indeed. In case, enhance ability Owl's Wisdom.
Yep.
And give myself advantage for the next hour for Wisdom saves. And
Sure.
let's say...
Excellent. Even without the guidance, you push through.
There we
Get a
are.
good way up the mountain. Yep. First hour goes well. You get up the mountain. Make significant progress. Okay, again.
Good. Same.
Yep.
Let's see. Advantage. Survival.
Once again. Very good. Got your bit between your teeth now, Stallo, as you lead people up with a 21 twice. Yep, you're good. Making good progress. And again.
Again. Okay. Last second level spell slot.
Come on,
Just one more.
Wow.
Ooh. 3, 4, 30. Oh, almost.
Almost.
I'm gonna say, with that natural 20, you're getting really close to home now, and you push on, and you finally make it up the side of the mountain, and come to Skytower Shelter.
This is it, finally.
Let me make sure. Keegan. Sorry, Keegan. Put one of those on you. Yeah, so you approach along this. Let me just get my notes. 1 second. Reset up here. So there's this stone causeway that you're on, and as it approaches a mountain, and as you look above you, you see a whole bunch of griffins just circling around you, keeping a few 100 feet away, and they're just screeching and kind of zooming around you guys. Stallo, you do know that your homeland trains and raises griffins. They're one of the few people around that have actually made them their allies. But these things are circling around a few 100 feet in the air, and you hear the shrieking as these birds as they circle around you. And before you, you see a large wooden gate.
Okay. Guys, don't look over the edge. It's a long ways down.
Do we shoot this flying thing?
No, don't worry. They're trained griffins. They obey us, or at least the tribe. And Stallo's gonna make his voice loud and shout, "This is Stallo of the Akhenathi clan, returning. I've got people with me, meat, and things to give away, no things to trade. I brought back things for the clan.
Okay, with that, they do recognize your voice. Oh, make sure I'm not deleting the wrong thing. The gate swings open, and behind there, you see a large figure, and you recognize it as Chieftain Arn Rockfist of the Akhenathi clan. It says, Stallo, it has been some time. What brings you back to Skytower, and who are these people with you?
These are my companions, dear companions. I'm afraid that there's a situation with that requires us to seek shelter here, and
I can't help but notice that one of your friends is dead. You bring dead bodies to our village?
I'm seeking the aid of Harad's mother, Kanyaka Stormcrow. I would like to see if she knows some magic to resurrect the dead, or perhaps make them not succumb to the dangers of rot and decay.
So you come seeking favors from the clan that you left?
Yes. I'm not the coward that left. When I left, I was, well, you would call me a coward. I am not. I have fought dragons, survived dragons. I fought trolls, giants, mammoths. I am not a coward. And I return now, bringing aid and meat. I do not know what the situation is nowadays, but meat is always welcome, is it not?
It is welcome, it is true. These are difficult times. Yes, you bring meat, but you also bring more mouths to feed.
We can feed ourselves.
Make a straight persuasion check, Stella.
Okay. See, not this. There we go.
You say you bring meat. What else can you bring to the clan?
Well, we are companions. We call ourselves the Icebreakers. We solve problems. If this clan has problems, we can solve them. We just need shelter for this man and his companion, his husband.
Well, we do have a pressing problem, it's true. I mean, not the least of which is our relationships with the Wormdoom clan. But we also have another matter that I think you can help with. So bring your companions in, make rest as you will, and we'll discuss this pressing matter. And he steps aside and welcomes you into Skytower Shelter.
Come, guys. It's fine.
And he turns to you and says, I assume you know the way, Stallo.
Yes, of course. This layout's the same as before.
It is. I did send you a picture of that, if you remember.
Yep.
Okay, as you're approaching here, kind of getting into the things, you hear some hearty laughing coming from down here. And then they turn and they see a walking tree. They see a half-orc. They see a dead body. They see a mechanical creature. And instantly they stop laughing. And they just stare at you stoically.
If you would laugh at the experience and hardship these people have suffered, I would kill you myself. Now shut up.
Oh, sorry, they were laughing before they saw you, and then when they saw you, they stopped laughing and just were staring at you. So they were staring at something else.
Okay.
So they were laughing at something else, and now staring at you. The joy has left them. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
They were having fun, now they are not.
And Arn, the leader says, "I believe you said you had some food for us, some meat."
Yes. I'm gonna take off my backpack and hand over the 60 pounds of owlbear meat.
And I'll hand over the 20 pounds of owlbear.
Okay, so one of the Goliaths comes up, grabs the stone meat, and heads down into the shelter with it, presumably to prepare it and to cook it.
And I give them extra 5 rations of food because I basically don't have to consume them because we have those super berries.
Super berries.
So he
and,
just grabs the rations from you, just no acknowledgements of thanks.
I made the sandwich myself, come on. I mean, I bought it, but anyway, I bought it myself.
As well as when I hand over the meats, I'm going to just crate, let's see, 40 good berries, keep 10 for our group, and hand over 30 good berries,
30 good berries to the warriors? The
Yes.
guys taking them? So 30.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, they once again don't barely acknowledge you, and they leave with the good berries. 30 they can do something with. 1 they can't. I mean, if you gave them a berry, they would have been disinterested in a berry. But they takes it.
Now, Arn, chieftain, I know I do not have anything to demand or have much sway with the tribe, but where is my family? Are they here?
They're down where you left them, down in the south east corner. Not sure if you can see the ping on the map, but down in the southeast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How has these 3 years been?
I think it's best if you talk to them.
Okay. Where can I set up? Where can we set ourselves up?
Well, if you're interested in seeing your family, there's plenty of space there.
Indeed. Guys, come with me. I do not... This is going to be difficult.
I know, meeting family. That sucks.
Yeah.
Be strong,
Follow me.
Stallo. This will be a hard challenge.
Thank you, Garrosh.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll just let you know what you see in this room. This is obviously the feasting cave. This is where the meat and the good berries have been brought. And there's a long rectangular fire pit. It's this 15-foot high cavern. And, you can smell they've already started cooking the meat. The sound of cheering also fills the cave. But once again, when you enter the cave, they spot you and they stop cheering. And you see 2 Goliaths who had rocks held out on either end, like just rocks in their hand and the hands out outstretched, and you see them sweating and sweating and sweating. And 2 of them are apparently in competition, and they see you going, and they drop the rocks, and things immediately go quiet again. And off in the corner, you see Jabmay. Can't select her token. Where did you go on? Oh, there she is. And you see her standing. This is her here. You see her standing. Yeah. She sees you. You see her. And she walks back into the cave.
This is been a long time coming, I guess. Carry on, guys. Don't mind us.
Should we give you some space so you can reacquaint yourself with your family?
Yes. I'll let you know if things are safe.
Okay.
You see her
I'll-
back's towards you, and she's just looking at the fire there. And you also see Rana and Akka, and they rush up to you. And they're no longer children, but you're still their dad, and they embrace you in a big hug. They say, "Oh, well, welcome back. We've missed you so much, Father. We've missed you so much."
It's so good to see you again. Oh,
Where-
my children.
Where have you been?
I thought myself I was gone for a while. I thought I no longer had anything to give this world, and but I'm back now. It's good to see you.
Leave him alone, children. Leave him alone. And they obey their mother, and they stop hugging you and move back to the fire. Jabme is still looking at the fire. Her back still turns away from you and says, "So where have you been, Stallo? How is that crook back of yours?"
It's still crooked. I've been away for a while. You know these stories we used to tell about Oja Minartok? Just seems not so dangerous after all. I've been studying under him and learning from him, and become stronger. I found strength within me that I did not know that I could still grow. And well, that's where I've been these 3 years. How are the rest? How have you been these 3 years?
I see you've learned to hunt. Pity you couldn't hunt for your family.
I deserve that. I'm sorry. I took something when I last left. I'm going to slowly walk after her and take out the little doll made of walrus leather, blubber, and whiskers, and hand it over to her. This was our son's. I just thought I could have something to remember him with, but I'm sorry I took it, but here.
She doesn't take it, and she says, "Perhaps it is best you give that to Heike." And you see
Yes.
a very small, childlike Goliath over here clinging. Oops. Oh, suddenly growing. Damn it! Let's grow up so quick. Oh, sorry, that's annoying to put back. Oh, there we go. And Heike is just clinging to Ayla, your daughter-in-law.
I'll walk over to them. How are you, Ayla? How are you?
Still widowed. Heike is excited though. She takes the toy from you, and she's quite enjoy it.
Yeah, this was Heike. This was your father's. When he was a child, I made this for him from my hunting trips. This is a little walrus man, you see.
She is enjoyed by it. And she says, and Ayla says, 3 years and you bring us back a doll? Still the coward I see.
Yes. No. I might have been a coward then, but no longer. No, I will no longer run from fate. I am stronger now. I've brought back meat I've fought dangers, I've fought trolls, and I've survived dragons, strange berserkers. I've seen the Frostmaiden with my own eyes and lived to tell the tale.
So,
I've made summer bloom. Or, well, a friend of mine did, but I was there.
so 3 years, and you bring back a story and a doll. Here, she steps forward to you and says, "Look me in the eye for once, Stallo."
Yes.
He slaps you straight across the face.
Hmm.
Then she
I'm
steps
just gonna-
back and turns her back towards you.
I'm sorry, Ayla. And it's gonna turn around. Job, I know I have no worth here, but I've traveled with some people who are much stronger than I am. Any virtue us Goliaths might espouse, these people do. But they need shelter.
You say you fought dragons, you say you fought the O'Reilly, you say you've taken on mammoths. Let me see your hands, Stallo.
Okay. Show her my hands.
Okay, take off the gloves.
Yeah.
Okay, she takes out a small dagger from her pouch. Looks you in the eye. Do you do anything?
I was gonna hold off my hands.
She gets the dagger and draws a long cut across your hand, and blood starts pooling in your hand, starts dripping. See, this is the blood. This is the blood of the Skytower plan. This is the blood that you abandoned. I have no time for you, Stallo. Get out!
But fine. But we have someone in need of divine attention. Is Mother Kanyaka Stormcrow? Is she around?
You come as cowardly. And all you come is asking for things from Skytower. You are pathetic, Stallo. Get out of my sight.
I do not just bring questions and demands. I bring the means to attain goals. Is there something this place needs?
Talk to Arndt. Talk to someone who at least has a modicum of respect for you.
I will. I still love you, but I will prove it somehow, some way. I will,
She's ignoring
and I'll walk off.
you. Your hand is still bleeding.
I'm just gonna rub it into my hands and try to keep pressure on it, but not just leave it bleeding, I guess, unless it's too deep.
This probably won't make any difference, but it would be amazing if it did. But you take 2 points of damage from the wound on your hand.
Yeah. That went as I expected. Sex. Sorry you had to see that.
I tried not to listen, but please do not believe them. I have seen you. I have seen you face dragons, trolls, the berserkers that did not die. I just hope
Yes.
that one day they will see you as a brave man. I know you.
Thank you. That means more than you think you know. But I think all of these dangers we've faced, I think to these two of my people, none of them really compares to not acting on the death of a loved one. When my son died, I vowed not to take revenge. And well, these people do want revenge for everyone that has died to the Tunlaka. But that is a scar I will have to bear. But
Why did you decide against it?
It's ages ago now. We've been in conflicts with the Tunakalaga, the Wormdoom clan. And well, in one of these events, my father died, and I took up the sword and I fought him. I did my best to get revenge, but my mother, she forever espoused the deed of not continuing this cycle of hatred, and her words made sense to me, and I've always tried to follow those deeds. And, well, since then I've always been seen as some sort of pacifist, you could say.
I understand.
I know it's weak, but yes. Well, let's see if we can get you set up. You should not bear the weights and the burdens that I do. You have brought meat to the clan, and well, I hope they do not associate my misdeeds with you.
I hope that they associate you and I together, because I am proud to stand by your side, whatever these people think.
Thank you. Thank you.
In their eyes, and there was nothing to me, but I understand that it weighs on you. So let me and the rest of us help you burn on this.
Thank you. Stallo's gonna try to hide his one eye. Tears forming. Let's find us a place.
Theodore casts Destroy Water on his tears before they show up.
Oh, very good.
Well, let's see if we can set you guys up, and we can see if we can find Mother Stormcrow. I think she should have some magic. Hopefully, it should be enough to maybe resurrect Keegan, or is it Garrett? Keegan, yeah. Or find some way to stop decay from setting in.
I'm going to make this a bit easier. I have the dynamic lighting on, but I'm going to change it to that. You know your way around.
Yeah.
And this is where Kanayaka Stormcrow would normally hang out around here.
Yes.
Stallo,
Yeah.
where do these griffins stay? I'd love to be able to see one up close, if that's okay.
They should be, if we return to the entrance and up some stairs and to the left, you should find them. Magnificent beasts. I've heard the stories of some griffin riders. Did I have griffin riders? Or is it just... oh, yeah. It's the view they have seen. It's... it can't be described.
You know the griffins, there's a lot of griffin training up here. So if you want to see griffins, that would be the place to go.
And Stax will probably wander off there. Keegan is being treated. He's She's just not feeling it staying with them.
Let's see. Garrett is a bit hurt. I'm going to just cast.
Oh no, he
Healing
would have taken
word.
He would have taken a long rest, so he's fine.
Yeah, okay. In that case.
And you're still a bit quiet there, Stax.
Oh, sorry.
We can just. I've just turned up Stax's volume in user volume. I can hear him fine then.
Yeah, can you do that? Oh yeah. Okay, I'll do that as well. Hopefully that'll help. Give us a check 1-2, Stax.
Check 1, 2. Check.
Ah.
That was a bit loud, but I'm probably speaking usually more on this type of
No,
voice.
it's perfect now.
All right.
That's what are you guys doing? So Stax, you're going to go check over the Griffins?
Yep.
And
Stella?
let's see. I could take the rest if they're following, or whatever the rest want to do, and at least take Garrett and Keegan to Kanyanka Stormcrow.
Okay. And,
I would join you too.
okay. And Garrosh? Garrosh? Did we lose
Gorosh
No,
is sleeping off.
I'm going with Stallo.
Okay. Okay, so... So you approach the end of the Sky Tower, and it's a nice little piece of art here. That's the fellow you see. We'll do Stax first, just because he's up there. And so in this area, Stax, you see there's a 15-foot high cave, contains 4 griffin nests, 3 clustered in the middle of the cave and 1 to the north. The northernmost nest contains a full-grown griffin that appears to be sound. The wind stirs a sleeping griffin's feathers as it enters through a wide opening in the north, beyond which you see mountain peaks and storm clouds. And sitting on the edge of the opening is a Goliath, who is talking gently to a griffin youngling that leans against her. And he sees you and he says, "Saw your approach and you have obviously entered, but come no close. This youngling is afraid to fly and his mother is trying to get some rest. Please, keep your distance."
And I'm gonna sit cross-legged on the floor, just right here.
Okay. And you see this this Goliath trying to gently coax the baby griffin off the edge, but the baby griffin's having nothing to do with it. And since you said you wanted to see a griffin, this is the griffin that you see.
Awesome. If the trainer is not gonna talk anymore, I'm just gonna sit here, just watch
Okay.
until
Okay.
he talks to me, and it could take an hour or more.
Okay. Alright. So we'll switch over to the rest of you. And as you approach Stallo, Kanako says, I recognize that breathing anywhere. Come closer to the fire, Star Eyes. Keep yourself warm.
Elder Stormcrow, it's good to see you.
Yes, you been away for some time, young Stormcrow. Sorry, young Star Eyes. That's me. I'm getting senile in my old age.
Yes, it's been a few years. I've mentored under the great Oyaminartuk and been taught the wonders of nature and the druidic magic. But still, there is something I know. I have nothing to come here and demand the use of magics and divination, but, well, you see you can smell my companion here. He has fallen. We had an avalanche upon us on our
Bring him here. Let me have a look at him. As you
Garrett.
bring Garrett over. Now you see a man you recognize as Herod, who's the daughter of Kainaka. And it says, "Mother, is this man a problem? I can show him out if you like." And Kainaka Stormcrow says, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. And she says, it's people around here just don't like you, Stallo.
Yes.
May have gone on adventures and learned much, but all people see when they see you as a coward who abandoned his family and his tribe.
I know that.
I am not like other Goliaths. And you know, just by the way, you know that Kainaka is more the spiritual leader of this clan. Aaron is definitely the big Goliath out front, but she's very much the spiritual leader, which I think I messaged you a while ago. And she says,
Yes.
I am too old to hold grudges, so you say this man fell in an avalanche.
Yes. It can't be more than day since that. I wondered perhaps if you might know some magic or some way to bring him back or postpone his decay, possibly.
By the way, the rest of you notice she's very obviously blind. But she swings around Stallo and starts performing some type of medicine check on our dearly departed friend, and she says, if you'd brought him here sooner, maybe I could have done something, but he's beyond my healing abilities. One thing I can do, though, is I can preserve his body, preventing it from rotting. And Garrett says, what are you going to do? You're just going to store him like a piece of meat? He was my husband!
No.
Show some respect!
No, it's okay, Garrett. It's a kind of magic that prevents him from suffering the effects of decay, and as a result, magic can bring him back eventually. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough yet, but I could attain this magic, possibly, and with this postponing of the decay, I could eventually bring him back. Just a warning, he might turn into something else physically, but it would still be the Keegan that you know and love. Nothing would change that.
What the hell are you talking about? Bringing him back as a zombie?
No. Do you know the concept of reincarnation?
I do.
I could induce that in Keegan magically. It would be some time off, but I would devote all that I know and have of my efforts towards this goal.
What will he come back as?
I do not know. The magics are finicky. It might be come back as a halfling or an elf or a tiefling. I do not know. His spirit would be the same, but his body would change.
So in the meantime, I stay with my dead husband, hang around with his corpse until you get the wisdom enough to bring him back as a demon child. Is there anything I misunderstood there?
No, but let me reiterate. He would still be the same that you know and love. Nothing about that would change. He would not be some abomination or anything the like. He would still be the same person that you know and love.
Oh, that's better than nothing, I guess. And he just gently holds Keegan's hand.
I swear, Garrett, I will make this right.
Yeah. very complicated person. You saved us, that is true. But now I'm facing the real... If everything you say is true, my husband will become, at least in appearance, as a demon child.
Not, maybe, perhaps. He could also become human again. The divine magics are hard to ascertain.
We shall see. And he just gently holds Keegan's hand.
And for you to do this, keep this magic up, Elder Mother, is there any task that the tribe needs? I would do it.
And she shouts out, "Arn! Come over here! Arn! We need to talk!" And you hear grumbling. And the tribal chieftain comes. And she says, "So it seems like, Stallo, assume you're looking to reclaim your honor."
Yes, I would. Let me just, before you tell us, Stacks! I'm going to shout for Stacks to come in here.
I'll gently get up and slowly walk over here. Just make sure I don't.
And Arn begins, you're looking to reclaim your honor.
Yes, that is. If that is possible, then I would do so.
He takes a big, deep breath and says, "There is a problem that is afflicted both us and, I must say, Wormdoom clan as well. There has been, as you know, griffins are very important to our clan, to the Skytower Shelter. We've raised and trained griffins for hundreds of years now. But the griffin population has been struggling lately because a white dragon has been attacking them and picking them off. I need you to go and kill this dragon."
Would this be a dragon with a rider on its back?
We've seen no rider.
Could be a different one, indeed. We had this run-in with a large, impossibly large white dragon who kept their horde down at the coast where we used to go hunting for walrus on our long treks. I'm not sure if we could kill that one, but if it's another one, then I think that might be possible.
But you have seen this dragon, and you're certain there's no rider on its back.
We've seen it
just not seen it close enough.
No, we've seen it plenty up close. It's growing more arrogant with its attacks, and it has been picking off our griffins. We've nicknamed it Frostfang. No rider on it.
Then it's a different one. How big is it? How would you describe it?
Oh, it's the biggest creature I've ever seen in my life. It's huge. Good 20, 30, 40 feet wide. 40 feet long. It's a huge
And
beast.
how does that compare to our sightings of our Veitirachi?
Smaller. Not a lot
Correct.
smaller, but smaller.
That is doable, I think. Perhaps it sounds difficult and dangerous, but well, what do you guys think? You want to hunt a dragon?
Just would I know if the size he describes is that like adult or young white dragon?
I'm going to say make a history check. It's not really a nature one as you haven't seen a lot of dragons. Hard to place your finger on it.
Okay.
And what more do you know about this dragon? Do you know its whereabouts, its hunting grounds, and
It's there.
well,
perhaps?
yes, its lair,
It lives.
weakness?
It lives on a peak not too far away from here. I could point out the peak to you. That's no problem.
And any other tasks that the tribe requires these days? I mean, how is the conflict with the Tulnakalaga?
They're still griffin murdering scum as they always have been.
Have you attempted some means of mediation, diplomacy?
At what point did I ask for the advice of a coward who abandoned his clan?
Yeah, it's true. Then, at least, if I kill this dragon, will you listen to my advice? None of you can kill this dragon. And if I can, what does that make me?
If you're looking to regain your honor in this clan, killing a dragon will go a long way towards it. If you get eaten by this dragon, well, I'll take that as an acceptable loss.
Sounds acceptable. I will show you that my years away have not been for naught.
He shrugs. And he gets up and he leaves the cave.
And Elder Stormcrow, what do you know of this dragon? Have you seen anything in your dreams that we could make use of?
Not much more than what he said. But, come with me, Stallo. And she gets up and takes your arm and leads you over to here.
Yep.
And I just lost my notes. One sec. By the way, if you do reincarnation, I quickly looked it up. There's a 25% chance you'll come back as a human.
Yeah.
I've done it once before, and the human turned into a bugbear, and the dwarf turned into a human. So
Very good. So in this room, in the center of this 12-foot high cave, stands an 8-foot tall stone statue inscribed with runes. And she kneels down in front of it and beckons you to kneel as well.
I will do so.
As you know, Stallo, this is the shrine of strength and honor. We will pray together. Do any of your other companions of the praying type?
I know the short one. He's short, but he's stout of heart. He follows God of smithing, the lithe elven woman. She follows the dawn god, brings the strength of the morning sun.
Well, you think once again any of them are of the praying type? Bring them over, we will pray together.
I will walk back and find first Theodore. Would you mind joining this small little religious ritual? I know not if you pray much to Muradin. I've heard your small prayers here and there, but I think this could go a way of maybe making things smoother.
You may not hear me pray, but every time I struck a hammer or to screw in a bolt, That is my prayer to Moradin, and I will be
Yes.
happy to join you for whatever ritual you have in mind.
Good. Garrosh, I have not heard you utter prayers before. Do you follow a god?
Well, I do. I just do it internally in battle. You know, like hard to say because I didn't prepare for this.
I know if it is like one of these battle gods who guide your hand as you strike the enemy.
Yeah, probably. Let me see. I'll Google it and I'll tell you.
Meanwhile, I'll go over here and look down at Stax.
Stax, would you mind joining this?
Lower your
small
voice! Lower your voice! Is it
Sorry. Stax, come over here. We've got this ritual to grant us strength before a hunt. Would you mind joining us? I know you worship the Dawn God.
Of course, no problem. I've
Yes.
been in many of such ritual.
And we are all blessed by her, so... Or him.
In my former tribe, we always had rituals before the hunt. I do not know how much they helped, but it was always a good way to start.
Yes, if you wish to pray, you can gather around this stone. Garrett doesn't want to pray, by the way. There we go.
Understandable.
And Stormcrow, we'll just call her Stormcrow, reaches out her hands to Star Eyes, just to take her one of her hands.
Yeah.
And she reaches out her other hand for Garrosh. Assume you take a Garrosh. You take her hand.
Yeah, I now found out I follow Utgar, the god of strength. So
And she says, everyone join hands and let us pray. And over the next hour or so, she leads you all in a prayer. Lots of chanting, lots of rituals and stuff. And eventually, she comes out of it and she says, you have been blessed with both strength and honor. But strength and honor is not enough. You need mind and spirit as well. Follow me. She heads over to here, once again taking Stallo's arm. And you couldn't help but notice a lot of people were glaring at you as you were praying around the stone. And Stormcrow didn't care. And once again she reaches out for the hand of Star Eyes, as she calls him, and Garrosh. And she starts praying again. And after another hour, you kind of lose track of time. You drift in and out. It's a very beautiful ceremony. Lots of beautiful melodies she's chanting. It says, now you have all been blessed with mind, spirit, strength, and honor. May these guide you as you take on this dragon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And what it mechanically means is you all have effectively 2 bardic dices, 2 d6s that you can roll at any time you like, and it will add to any d20 roll you make. So if you're familiar with bardic inspiration, it works just like bardic inspiration, and you can do it twice. So you can add a d6 to a d20 roll anytime you like, twice.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Twice per day, or
Nope,
just
twice,
2?
indefinitely. So you get it to do 2 times, and there's no expiration on it. But once you've used it, it's gone.
Okay, cool.
And she says,
Double checking. Do you have to decide before you know the result, or when
after.
was the specific point?
After, but before I do the result. Like if you swing at a dragon and you roll a 17, would that hit a dragon? You're not sure? But you could roll a d6 at that point if you choose before I tell you whether it hits or not. But you can decide after the roll, but before I tell you the result.
Yeah.
No, you forgive me, Star Eyes. I need my sleep. And she
Oh,
heads
of
back.
course. We shan't keep you.
And you couldn't help but notice when you were there, there's this rather large crag cat which you fought before, but it appears to be tame. So, icebreakers, what do you wish to do?
Before we go out, I'll quickly want to go see the griffins for a bit.
Sure. So Stax is going to check out the griffins. What are the rest of you doing? Garrosh, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I know of this. Is it some sort of test of strength the Goliaths are doing down here? Like trying to
It
do
is.
something with this?
It is, yep.
I'll notify Garrosh of that. It seems up his alley.
Ah,
Might be fun if you prove yourself. They will definitely be impressed.
okay, I tried.
Okay, so Garrosh, head over here. You can do some tests of strength. That's fine. What is Theodore doing?
Theodore would also like to see the griffins, and I'll
Okay.
quietly follow Stax.
And Stallo?
Let me think.
You're down over here, Garrosh, down at the bottom here. That's where they were doing the test of
okay.
strength. But Stallo?
Yeah. Let's see. I'll try to find some place where Stallo is not looked on, or just staying a bit out of everyone's way, I think, for a bit.
Probably your
Try to-
best bet would be down where Garrosh is, hide in a corner there.
Yeah, I'm just going to observe what Garrosh is doing.
Okay, so we'll get to Garrosh in a second. But Theodore, you come and start. You're just doing what Stax is doing, looking and observing?
Yeah.
Well, this time, I'll probably call out to the trainer. Would it be okay if I approached? I'll quiet and make sure not to wake the griffin or scare the baby.
Did you have experience around these creatures before?
Griffins, no, but many other animals, yes. I used to hunt on the tundras, it's south, and we hunted with animals as well. Many creatures, but I have to be honest, never with a griffin.
You may approach, but please be quiet.
I'll very carefully and slowly approach. And
And
if
make
possible-
an animal handling check. It's not a stealth check, it's animal handling. The mother momentarily wakes from her slumber, looks at you, looks at the trainer. The trainer gives a slight nod, and the mother goes back to resting, and eventually hear the gentle sounds of her sleeping.
on the edge, I'm probably gonna carefully sit down on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And are you the trainer for all the griffins that fly around here?
Yes, that is what I do. I am the trainer of the griffins.
That's a truly honorable task you have.
It is. It's a task we taken very seriously, and unfortunately some of my best mounts that I've trained have been cursed by that dreaded Frostfang.
Yes, I heard. Have you seen the dragon, or do you mainly do the training from down here?
I have seen the dragon.
Does it take down these griffins with ease, or
It sure does. It's a mismatch. The griffins stand no chance. Mighty beasts though they are, they're no match for a dragon.
yes? Well, luckily, Sarai, I myself, and 2 others will be hunting the dragon. So,
Wow.
I
You
think
seem
we
like a
can
nice person,
keep it.
but it's been nice knowing you.
It would not be the first dragon I face. Trust me.
You say you have experience with animals?
Yes.
Well, as much, I hatched this youngling myself, but she's a stubborn one and refuses to fly. Perhaps you might have more luck than I will?
Perhaps. I have trained eagles before. Let me see what I can do. And, well, first off, I'm just gonna get to know the baby griffin and
Mm-hmm.
slowly but surely guide him over to the edge and try to coax him into flying. And
Okay.
guide myself while doing it.
So you say a quick little prayer under your breath?
Mhm.
Yeah. Have Stax make a animal handling check. You gently coax it, you get some type of bond with it, and you gently nudge it towards the edge, and it looks as if it's almost ready to fly, but then it chickens out and goes back over to its mother. 14's not good enough.
Well, it sure
Well-
is a troublesome one.
Well, that was a good try, friend, but it seems she's still not ready to fly.
Well, when we come back and he hasn't flown yet, we'll give him another shot.
Oh, if you do come back, certainly give it a go.
Well, good luck with him. And
How
I'll see you again.
heavy does the bird look?
I don't know, 20 pounds?
Too much. Okay.
It's imaging all sorts
Mage
of
has foam off the cliff.
Yeah, I was gonna mage hand it into the air.
If that went wrong, though, that could have gone very wrong. Okay, let's switch over to Garrosh. And you do see these 2 people over on the side there. They're grunting and they're furiously doing. They've literally got rocks, kind of the arms held completely out wide, and they're sweating and they're struggling. And eventually, one drops one of the rocks, and the other one cheers, "Roar!" and the other one hangs its head in shame.
What you doing, guys? Looks funny.
Yes. You think our rituals are funny, half-orc?
Oh, sorry. You take it seriously. Okay. No. I mean, yeah. It's great. Can you care to explain?
Hold the rocks. Don't drop them. Get honor.
I see. That's a simple plan. All right. Yeah. Three-point plan. I can do that. Can I try it?
And the guy's talking to you. He goes over here, gets the kind of rocks about, I don't know, that fit snugly in the palm of your hand. You get a good grip on them. Never once have I seen a half-orc beat a Goliath. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay, so the rocks look about the same, and he hoists them up, and you already feel your muscles starting to strain and sweat forming on your brow. Make me a strength or athletics. It's your choice. Oh, probably athletics, I guess. Okay, the other Goliath pulls it up and he looks in the eye. Trust me, it's going to get more painful. But you successfully hold it up. Your arms are starting to shake now. Now make another athletics check. This time, the DC was 5. Now it's 10. The Goliath. And he holds it firmly in his hands. Oh, sorry, that was... Oh, yeah, 23 and 17. So you're both holding
It's
it,
not too hard.
but your arms are shaking even more. Think you can handle it even longer, half-orc? Now the DC's 15. It's holding it, but its arms are really starting to shake. One more time. Oh, you're still struggling on. And your arms are burning with fire. Now, finally, let's see if we can pull it off again. DC 20. The Goliath drops it. Let's see if you drop it as well. Oh,
Nice.
the Goliath drops it. And you see him just wringing his arms at the end and says, and it just gives you a nod of respect and goes back over by the fire. His head slightly dropped. And this Goliath says, half-orc, are you hungry?
Always.
A piece of owl bear meat.
Oh yeah, I haven't had it actually. Thank you, friend.
They don't say much else.
Do we have? Yeah, Theodore, come with the honey meat. Where's Theodore? Oh.
Am I done with the griffins yet?
Nope, this
I
happened at
can
the same
go.
time.
I can go get him, Garros.
Let's have a drink.
That seems wise. And Stella's gonna go over to here.
So
Just
eventually-
whisper down.
Eventually, you have to watch them training the griffins for a little bit, but you try, and it's done now. Stax, do you head back with Stallo?
It's meat time.
I'm
Ooh,
gonna
I like
go
meat.
back to Stallo indeed.
Yeah, I'll join as well. I mean, I have to because I'm carrying it.
Okay, so Theodore comes back. Do you help yourself
Well-
to some owlbear meat?
I'll stick with rations, thank you.
Okay.
I'll take off my backpack and ask Garrosh to pull the barrel out because I can, as usual, I can carry it, but not actually take it out.
Sure.
It's still like 365 liters in there, so a lot. No, not
just
liters.
quickly.
That was pounds. So
Yeah, man,
I
you
think 180 liters. I think.
plenty. Stax, do you take some owlbear meat?
I'll probably take a small portion, but I'm also.
They
gonna take a
slap
good
your
bit
hand
as
away.
well.
I slap your hand away. Stallo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just feed on my good berry.
Okay, and so now you bring out the cask of honey wine. I think it was Garrosh that has it now.
Yeah. Remember, it's better warm.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sharing this honey wine with them instead of without them sharing the meat with us. Is that truly what
They are sharing the meat with me. I mean, it's easy stacks. Just get their trust, you know. See those stones? Just need to hold them for a bit. That's all. Nothing more.
They
Wait
look
till
at the
they
barrel.
get a few pints.
They look at the barrel and say, "We've heard stories about that. Is that honey meat?"
Yes, my friends. It's the greatest you can get around here. I mean, you probably cannot get anything else here.
I'll share it around.
Sure. Let's have it.
I'm gonna smack Garish's hand before he's jumping around.
Go on, Stacks.
Well, if they're gonna be rude to us, then I do not see why we would share something as delicious as this with them.
Well,
Honey-
let's make the first step, and you'll see. They get a few pints in them. They'll be sharing everything.
If you want to just bow over it, that's fine by me. I'm just gonna walk away.
Very good.
Enjoying a bit.
So you share out that the honeymead bear. They're very thankful, and they comment on how delicious is it, and they start loosening up and start casually chatting to you and ask for a second and a third. And if you are happy enough to share that amount of honeymead,
Sure.
okay. So honeymead is consumed. Owlbear meat is consumed. Stax, dealing with her own thoughts, goes back to the griffins. Garrett continues to hold his hand. Actually,
As they're consuming the honey meat, Stella would like to just walk over and say, this good thing that you're consuming, we could not bring it here without the help of Garrett. He's a great, great warrior. You keep him safe.
why should we let a stranger into our home? This is something you need to talk to Arn about.
I already cleared that with Arn. Just checking with you guys. You are the backbone of our strength and fighting force. Nothing could be done without you.
We are the backbone, no doubt. How is your back doing, Stallo?
That's a low blow. It's still crooked.
Well, we know who keeps Skytower alive in these difficult times. It's definitely not those with a crook back. We are the backbone, Stallo, not you. Don't ever pretend otherwise.
I would never do that. You are, as I said. Just hanging back after that.
Okay. So it took you most of the day to get up there. There was a little burst of speed at the end with Stallo's natural 20 to get a bit higher up. Now you're constructing mead. You've had a couple of rituals done. Feeling okay. Malcolm, is almost feeling bad about how mean I'm being to Stallo, but I think it is appropriate. It is appropriate.
No worries. I'm enjoying it, sort of.
That's the fun thing about being a DM. You get to be mean to people, right? It's not often players get to be mean, but I just get to be plain old mean. How's the hand, Stallo? Is it itching?
It's still bad.
But mead is consumed. You see Keegan has been taken into Stormcrow's personal chambers, which it seems he'll remain. Garrett is by his side as always. And eventually sleep takes you, unless there's other things people want to do. But yep, sure.
Before we go to sleep, I'll find Garrett and I'll just tell him, I'm sorry about Keegan, but the plan that Stallo has, reincarnation, it works, believe me. Just sleep a little easier, and I'll leave.
He thanks you. And goes back. He's with Garrett. Unfortunately, Garrett's sorry, Keegan's not decomposing, so that's something. With the what's the word? Spare the dying. That's the spell that Stormcrow cast on it.
And gentle repose.
Gentle repose, I think. Actually, that's the one I was thinking of. And I'm just having a quick look. It's a 5th level spell, and you get that at level 9.
Yeah. So it's a ways off.
Okay. Night comes. Sleep eventually takes you. Stallo, you get no acknowledgement, and any conversation you make is quickly rebuked. But feel free to take a long rest. I think you guys are pretty rested anyway. The morning comes, meals are prepared. What do the icebreakers wish to do now?
Let's see.
I think it is time we head out. We've got
Yeah, I mean, nothing else to do here, I think. Might as well go help Stallo kill that dragon. Should be a fine battle.
Okay, just as you're about to leave, Stallo, Stormcrow comes over to you. Says, she sits down next to you and she says, Stallo, you appear to have gained some wisdom in your travels. So I'm going to ask you, what is it that is the biggest curse for Skytower Shelter as far as you can see?
Let me think. It's the same thing, the same curse that's befallen all of these lands. It's Frostmaiden's curse, or her anger, and I would say so. And most people here would probably say the Wormdoom clan. However, I disagree. I wouldn't say this to anyone else, but I'm still trying to think of some way to mend these bonds, if we can avoid more needless deaths.
You remember what Arn said about who the Griffins attacked?
Yes. As a player, probably, but as Christian, I know. What did they attack?
They attacked the Skytower Shelter and the Wormdoom clan. Both.
Ah, okay, so evil or rogue griffins.
Maybe you can take this opportunity, Stallo, to start mending the bonds. And do what you want. You are a wise Goliath. But maybe visit the Wormdoom clan. See what they have to say for themselves. At the very worst, you might die. In the middle, you might be turned away. But if you play your cards right, you might even get an ally to help bring down this dragon. There are risks, but the rewards are great.
Thank you. I will have to think about that.
And she says, thinking. You do far too little of this around here. And she goes back to her quarters.
Before we leave, I'll ask Stallo. We had a chance to revive Keegan, but we didn't have the components.
Yes.
Would they have them here? Could we trade for them? Do you know?
I doubt it, but as I know of, if it's the same spell that I can do, well, it has to be soon. It has to be within a minute of anyone passing. So, well, it's far past that. we would have to have done it on the slopes of the mountain.
I know we're past that, but it could happen again. That's why I'm asking if the components could be acquired here. I mean, we have plenty of valuables to trade.
Indeed. We could see Mother Stormcrow before we head out and see. She usually has control of magical reagents and such.
Mm-hmm.
If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate that.
Yes.
I might come with you just because I'm carrying most of those valuables that we have. Or I can give you the backpack. That's not a problem.
No. Just come with me. It's okay.
Okay. So
Yeah, we'll go
Stormcrow.
see.
Yep, Stormcrow sees you approaching again. Starrise, is there something else I can help you with?
Well, there is this. You see, if we had means of or access to our reagents, pretty valuable diamond, we could have resurrected this man on the slopes of the mountain, but we did not really have any. Is that something you might carry, something we might trade for? We have many valuables that could aid the clan as well.
Stallo, I've given you much aid. I do have some diamonds, but I'm afraid we need them for the clan.
Yes. I understand. We could perhaps see when this dragon is dead, if that is possible, if that's allowable, and if the entire tribe agrees, if we could trade for them.
Kill that dragon? I don't imagine that being a problem.
Then that is our next goal. Thank you. Anyways.
Yes, thank you. I hope to see you soon, and with one dragon less in the world.
Would be most appreciated, and may the gods guide you, Stallo.
Thank you, and may the gods and the spirits of the sky guide you as well, Mother Stormcrow.
She nods.
That's the last thing I'll say. This storm that is covering the dales, I will bring back the aurora. I will make the North Star visible again.
Well, I can hear that you believe your words, but I do not believe your words. What you're talking about is madness. If it is so real that everybody has talked about, then you're killing a god. Do not get ahead of yourself, Stallo.
I will not, but I will find some way to solve this. I know it in my aching bones.
Okay. So do you get out? You do have an eye on the mountain that Aaron pointed out, so you know where you're going. So unless there's any other more business.
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Oh, how much honey meat did we drink last night?
Oh, you still got lots left. Got lots
Just
left,
for bookkeeping purposes.
How
Like
many
50
liters did
pounds.
you have to start with?
365 pounds. 365 pounds were left when we started drinking.
Take it down to 300. A lot of Goliaths.
Wow, that was a party.
It was a party. Just be thankful I'm not getting you to
Right,
roll
man.
Constitution saving throws.
As I recall, I won the last the drinking contest.
You did.
And I felt like the first one. That was so shameful.
Okay, as you leave and start, you're making your way down the table. You see a Goliath kind of running after you to catch up to you once you're kind of out of sight. and you recognize it as Harad Cloudstriker. This is Kanika's Stormcrow's son. And he approaches you. I assume you let him approach.
Yes, Cloudstrider.
And he catches the breath for a little bit. Just so we're clear, I am in no way agreeing to this. All I see before me is a coward and a traitor. But Mother's being Mother, she insisted I pass this on to you, and she didn't want it but to be seen in front of the rest of the clan. But here are the diamonds you were looking for. And he hands you over diamonds, the equivalent of 300 gold pieces.
Ooh.
And then he dashes back without saying a word.
I'll discreetly hide them in my bags.
Okay. So Revivify is on the table now.
Ooh.
You guys are going close. Stax has no doubt gone the closest. Do you remember that natural 20?
Yep.
Yep, that was amazing.
Yep. Let's go. Just a little bit.
Well, I mean, death is... in campaigns, characters have died that I've done them, so it is on the table. And if you do, in fact, find this dragon, we'll see which way it goes. I will say you do know enough about white dragons. It is a white dragon. That they are particularly mean, they're particularly vicious, but they're also particularly stupid as well.
Yeah.
Well, their intelligence is 10, which is low, which is just average human intelligence. Considering, I imagine, gold dragons are up around 20 intelligence, so they're not especially smart creatures. So they're smart, they're arrogant, they're vicious, and they're mean.
I'll ask Stallo. I'll pull out a period in shape of a leaf that I have in a bag of holding. Is there any way we could leave this with them in return for the diamond? Just
We could. Let's give it to Garrett, and if anything happens, if someone doubts his staying here, he could use that as a means of showing his proof of trade of a valuable item, perhaps. In that case, he would stay with the tribe, and yes.
okay. I guess we'll say goodbye to Garrett before we leave, and I'll give him the leaf as, I don't know, if we don't come back, just to give it to Kanyaka.
Okay, he agrees. You see me sleeping next to his husband. It's a bit depressing and sad, but he's not leaving his side. Fortunately for Garrett, his body is not rotting, so that's something. But his husband is still dead.
Will Garrett need any money here? I mean, we can leave him with... I don't know how money works for Goliaths.
Stormcrow assures you that they'll take care of him till at least you come back, because he's in no condition to fight a dragon. Okay. So, you start making your way over to the peak where Iron Rockfist pointed out where the dragon was. It's going to take a little bit of traveling to get down and up there, which is going to require some more survival checks. But this is a good point for us to pick it up next week. Got a couple of things I need to do before I pick up the kids that I must do. So stop it right there. I suspect Stallo probably needs a hug at this point. But we'll pick it up next week. And always fun playing with you guys. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for the session, Malcolm.
Next time.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.